So Season 5 of Modern Warfare is just around the corner and you want to make sure you have your guns unlocked and leveled up in time for the new season. So the Rytec AMR Sniper was the latest one to be added into the game, and it's very hard to get your hands on because of its peculiar unlock challenge. So hear this out. To unlock the gun, you have to get 3 quickscope kills using sniper or marksman rifles in 15 different matches. Sounds time consuming, right? That's because it is. But if you follow the tips in this video, I promise I can save you hours worth of grinding. Alright, so here's the plan. First I'm going to give you my tried and tested class setups, then give you some shortcuts to save that extra bit of time, and then explain why this challenge is near impossible to do in Warzone because of one complication. So starting off with the class setups, I have 2 to show you today. So for the first loadout, you'll have a semi-automatic marksman rifle as your primary weapon. So here I went with the SKS instead of the EBR. Both of these guns are almost identical, but the SKS I feel has the edge over the EBR. So I went with the muzzle brake. You can go with the compensator or a monolithic suppressor if you have it unlocked. For the barrel, the F-Tac landmark. And for the optic, you can go for anything you like. I went for the Viper reflex sight. Other good ones are the VLK 3x optic and the GI mini reflex and integral hybrid. For the stock, I went with the F-Tac Hunter Scout, but you can go with either one. It isn't a big difference. Then you're gonna go with the Merc foregrip. I choose this over the Commando foregrip because it gives you that extra hipfire accuracy. If you're someone who struggles with accuracy, you might want to go with the 30 round mags as well. The secondary weapon is completely up to you. I go with the Reneti. You can take a launcher or a knife, whatever you want. For perks, I went with Cold Blooded instead of Quick Fix, which is what I usually use in multiplayer. But I think not getting killed by VTOL jets is worth the sacrifice. Then you're gonna go with Ghost for your second perk. And for the third perk, you can have your pick between Amped and Battle Hardened. Alright, so this is the second class. You're gonna run Overkill and use an AR or SMG of your choice and a sniper or marksman rifle as a secondary weapon. This is just the standard meta Grau. I went with the monolithic suppressor, the arch angle barrel, 60 round mags, commando foregrip and the Cronin sniper elite. For my secondary weapon, I went with the AX50. I used the Boomslang blueprint. I switched out the scope from the thermal scope to the stock scope the AX50 has, and I used rubberized grip tape instead of it. For perks, again, you go with Cold Blooded, use Overkill, and this time make sure you go for Amped as your third perk, as you're gonna need to switch between weapons pretty quickly. Alright, now I'm going to share some tips with you to help save your time. So quickscope, when it comes down to it, is a confusing term because there's no fixed parameter as to how quick you have to be. From my experience, I'd suggest not being scoped in for more than 1.5 seconds when you get the kill. Now when using the SKS setup, you're going to want to be rushing right from the start of the game. Your aim should be to get those 3 kills as fast as possible and then leave that lobby. Your challenge progress will not be lost if you don't complete the match. But before you leave a lobby, you should make sure that this match has been counted towards your challenge progress. When you go to edit your loadouts under sniper rifles, double check if your progress has been recorded and only then leave a lobby. Do this 15 times and you're golden. But what if you don't have access to multiplayer and only to the free-to-play portion of Modern Warfare? Well, that complicates things a bit. First off, do not use the SKS class, you will get shredded by Graus and M4s. You always want to be using the second type of class setup with an assault rifle and use that with a sniper rifle like the AX50 or the HDR. But remember the complication I mentioned earlier? I originally planned to unlock this gun from start to finish in Warzone without multiplayer. I downed people with an AR and then finished them off with a sniper. When this didn't work and the progress was still 0 out of 15, I downed and finished people with the sniper without using the AR at all. But even after getting 10-15 kills in a match, eliminating the chance that one of my 3 total kills was not a quick scope, the progress was still at 0. So it turns out, for the moment at least, that there's a tracking issue in Warzone in which the challenge progress does not count. If in the future this problem is resolved, I'd recommend doing what I tried to do the first time, which is down people with an AR and then finish them off with the sniper or marksman rifle. I recommend dropping at Superstore, Storage Town and Airport, as these places are always host to action and there are always people there, so you won't be spending any time looking for people to kill. So that brings us to an end on everything that has to do with the unlock challenge. I'm currently experimenting with what's the fastest way to level up this gun, so expect a video on it soon. If you haven't seen the fastest way to level up the Bruen without multiplayer, then go see that video. If this video helps you out, make sure you leave a like. Any thoughts, opinions, questions, feedback is welcome in the comments. Subscribe if you don't want to miss another video on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Osmodrome and I'll see you in the next one.